what's up, man? Hello. How's it going? It's alright. Did my, insurance renewal papers today. Cleaned up my room a bit. Trying to get something on this game currently. I'll probably play some modded Dynasty Warriors and or Graces.
At a time like this.
Mary! It's not over until... Wait, you're not Mary. Take a seat. Drinks on me. Yeah.
what's up, Gaijin? Hello. Trying to finish up the season here. That was a pretty awesome video you made. I watched that earlier. It was very impressive. Was that a moveset mod you were using? Or was that just a Legend remix? So close to being done. So Fuma. Yeah, I'm trying to get this gem right now, but it's a ball-busting grind. I'm gonna try to get it done today. I've got some other games on deck if I feel like tapping out. How you doing, man? Haven't talked to you much today. See if there's any parties. I mostly just need the fragments and stuff, so I'm hoping somebody will sell them. They're not very fun to get. Should start doing more damage. See if maybe these people sell this NPC. Just sell the fragments. Oh, here we go. Sigma 1, huh? Yeah. Skull fragments. Skull fragments for this one. 50k skull fragments and then 6,000 diamonds. I think I can do it. Time they do a season for this game is always like one material that's so hard to get. I don't know if I want to use those though. They gotta make this difficult. It's like the most inconsequential thing you have to get. Just let me buy it. What I don't like about this game is that they don't just have a fucking auction house. I get that they're so scared it's gonna become Diablo 3, but like, why do I have to trade like it's fucking EverQuest, man? Just have something where I can just sell the fucking thing and just search for it. Fucking Dungeon Fighter has that. The game is 20 years old. I hate this. You can't even... I don't want to go on a site. I don't want to add somebody as a friend. I just want to go into an interface and just buy what I want and be done with it. It's the stupidest thing about this game, I swear. And nobody answers. I don't want to grind for this, I just want to buy it. I already did the grinding. I don't want to talk to people, that's the thing. I want to be anti-social. Talking to people is the worst thing in these games. I just want to play by myself and get what I need. Or just go into an interface and have that be it. None of this having to beg somebody to sell it to you. Or go on some shady site. I don't ever want to do that. Can you just let me fucking buy the thing? Ah, this is annoying. Can you just, like, let me buy these with money? They give you so much money, but then these stupid fragments. Why does it cost 100 of everything? That's gonna burn through everything, isn't it? I just want to see how much this costs. I'm just gonna have a deficit in the other one now. How many of these fucking things do I need? And nobody's responding. I don't want to talk to people. Talking to people in these games is how you end up with brain rot. I just want to play the game, man. And just get what I want and have that be it. Why are they so scared to just add a trading interface to the game? It's like the dumbest thing about this. How much does this cost? It's just gonna burn through those. Like, why does it cost 3? I don't want to go into a Discord and ask people. I have to go into a Discord and trade. They don't want to do that. It's the exact same thing as why people don't want to play fighting games with... They don't want to play fighting games with like 100 players. Like, yeah, I totally understand. You just want to go onto the game and play, and not talk to anyone. Oh, they fucked up Diablo 3 with the real money auction house, so they're terrified to, got major PTSD, they don't want to put it in, even though the game needs it. Desperately needs to just have that in the game already. They don't want to fucking talk to anyone. That's what I liked about PSO2. You never had to talk to anybody. Like, they're there, you don't have to interact with them, there's no mic chat. It was peak. This is so much worse. The trade thing doesn't even show everybody. I'm in a fucking Discord trying to beg somebody to just give me the fucking item. It's like every time they do a season in this game, there's always like one material that's too hard to get. One's responding. I'm about to quit this game. They always have one thing in this game that every season that they do this game, they always have one thing in this game that it's too hard to get. It's too hard to get. Why? Let's see if this person will come through. Otherwise, I'm gonna Alt F4. I have plenty of other games to play tonight. Did make some good progress today. Technically it's open world, yeah. Why are you asking if I've played it? Did you not watch, like, the 15 videos I put up? Is the algorithm not showing you the entire playlist spam I did on launch day? Of course I played it. Is that how much the algorithm hates me? I worked my ass off on those videos and nobody watched them. It's YouTube in a nutshell. Work your ass off on stuff and they don't show it to people. You don't put your mouth open in the thumbnail or lie to people. Because Blizzard is a small indie company that doesn't understand. It's fun to grind for stuff when it's challenging. It's like something rewarding. It's not fun when it's this random trash item. You need like 50k of them, and they don't drop enough. Yeah, last season, what was it? It was the Rawhide. The Rawhide was like the most basic trash drop, but not enough of them dropped to craft stuff. So you had people have like completed like every hard challenge in the season, and they can't get the you know, the most generic trash drop, you know, like vendor trash equivalent. That's how great their game design is. Why is it hard to get the worst, crappiest thing? Especially last season, where they had the Spiritborn. Was so overpowered, leaps and bounds better than everything else in the game that you could do. But then you couldn't get the Rawhides. But you had a class that could one-shot everything. Great game design. Okay, this person's just wasting my time and doesn't want to fucking sell them. Cool. That's why I don't want to talk to people. Just sell it. So talking to people sucks. Just put it in an auction house. Just buy it. No social interaction. None. I do not want to talk to these people. Like, ever. All they do is waste your time. Like, why isn't it doing something challenging is how you get these gems, instead of just kill trash mobs for 3 hours? Great game design. Oh, that's about what I expect. It's about what I expect. Yeah, it's baffling. It took them like 2 weeks to fix it too. It's like, dude, does anybody on the development team like actually play the game? What sense does it make to have the most like trash drop be the hardest thing to get? That makes 0 sense. I mean, come on, I've played indie games with better balancing than that. I'm serious too. It should be rewarding to do activities and, like, not have to worry about trash drops. Trash drops, like, low-level loot is, like, supposed to be exactly that. You're supposed to have more of it than you can use. You shouldn't be grinding for useless junk. They'll probably do a hot fix for it, because they did that last time. Realized how dumb it was to have a class so poorly tested that it could one-shot like every boss and teleport across the screen and kill stuff before you could see it. But then like you couldn't get the Rawhide, which is like something you start getting from the moment you play the game. Small indie company. I definitely do hate having to talk to people to trade stuff, though. Like, I never want to do that. I want it to be as anti-social as possible. An auction house. Just click and buy it, put it up, somebody buys it, so you don't have to actually talk to them. Same problem as Discord fighters. People say like, oh, you should be happy that people they're excited to play the game with you. I'm like, yeah, but you gotta understand the other aspect of it, which is, you know, you can go on Marvel Rivals right now and get a match in 3 seconds. And somebody sees a fighting game with like 200 concurrent players. They're not gonna want to play it because having to go in and talk to people just to play the game really sucks. Yeah, most of them are nice people, but it's an extra step that most people don't want to do. Although part of that problem is because fighting games have garbage single-player content now. The only thing there is to do is PvP, so the game isn't Street Fighter or Tekken. It's just hard to find matches at all. Still stands, though. Sometimes you just want to go on and play a game. You don't want to mess with fighting to find a match. I'm pretty sure this game is worse than anything in Warframe because it's complete inept game design. I don't want to stress about trash drops. You're supposed to stress about, like, relevant stuff, right? Like, things you need for your build. Like, you know, weapons, armor, certain things to drop on gear. You should stress about that. That's normal. Not this random junk drop is too hard to get. That's just whack game design. Not surprising, though, that they're having the same problem again when it was a problem in the previous season. The last time I played this game a couple months ago. Exact same thing. Like, that's kind of why I stopped playing Battle for the Grid. As much as I love that game, and it's my favorite fighting game last gen. Marvel Infinite, same thing. I just don't want to go into a Discord and beg somebody to play. I don't, man. I'd rather just play something single player, which is why I'm mostly non-competitive these days. I don't do competitive stuff anymore. Popular fighting games where you don't have to beg for a match, I just don't like playing. Here, Tekken's like barely hanging on. It's got way less players than Street Fighter. I just don't get why they don't just go free to play at this point. New fighting games. It's really strange. They want you to pay $60 for it, but then it's still got like battle passes and FOMO cosmetics and stuff. Like, I expect that, you know, from PGR. I expect that from PGR. It's a mobile game and it's free. I understand that, but anyone else find it weird? They want like $70 for a fighting game, and then it has like just as much monetization as a free game. I find that really scummy. Apparently that's what Tekken is like. It's apparently what Tekken is like right now. Like, you're already charging me for the characters. I have to pay for the game. There should be, like, less monetization, but for some reason there's more. I think the worst thing about, like, doing FOMO tactics that gacha games do in fighting games is that in a gacha game, you know, it's almost entirely single player. If they do co-op, it's, like, temporary or optional. But, like, I'm not really cool on buying FOMO battle passes and then, like, nobody's playing the game. Like, nobody's playing the game. It's like, I can't do this. You know, people are only on at a certain time. Maybe you're busy or doing something else. I don't really mind battle passes and gacha games. I understand why they're there. They're a necessary evil to keep people playing. As long as they are a good value, they're not overly priced, and you don't have to play like an excessive amount to finish it. I don't mind it. But in fighting games, it's a different story. Well, I think Tekken burnt through a lot of goodwills, FOMO battle passes and stuff. FOMO battle passes and excessive monetization for a paid game. It's a really weird thing going on in the game industry. It's like, either be free or don't. It's weird how they want, like... That's the problem with Street Fighter 6 as well. That's like the biggest problem with that game is they also do that, but then they don't have contents. That's the problem. They want the gacha money, but they don't have content coming as quickly. You know, mobile games and gacha games and stuff, they have all that stuff, but they update, you know, regularly, right? It's like every 30 to 40 days. So, you know that your investment is going somewhere. The problem with Street Fighter 6 is that they only have like one character like every 3 months, and the rest is useless costumes for the avatars. And like, if you want to monetize it that much, there needs to be like more content to keep people playing. That's why stuff like Genshin Impact is so successful, despite using all those same bad tactics to get you to play it. Like, there's a huge difference. There needs to be content coming at a steady pace, otherwise people will not stick around. That's what a lot of people really hate about SF6. It's having the monetization, but there's no content. People were livid when they showed that new Avatar costume. They showed that new Avatar costume, and it looks really bad. It's like $20 or something. And people are like, "Where's the actual content?" Like, yeah, good question. It's like the suits of the company. They want like Genshin Impact money, but they don't understand like why that game makes so much money. Because they update on a regular basis. Like, yeah, it's scummy. It's a really greedy game. 50-50 gacha, all that other stuff. But, you know, they update regularly. You know that there's actual content coming. They're not going to give you, you know, a thong for Ryu or something that costs like $30. And that's the only content for a month. You gotta do more than that. Fighting games are in a really weird spot. They want them to make a consistent income, but they don't update them quickly enough. People don't want to spend money and stay invested. You know, this game's battle pass is like the least intrusive thing. I'm definitely not one to go to bat for Blizzard. This is the only game they make that I enjoy playing casually. But like, the battle pass in this you can finish in like a couple days. There's no limit to how much you can earn. You make some of the money back. It only cost me $5 for the battle pass. I think $5 for a couple dozen hours of entertainment for one character a season is fine. And the fact that there's no limit on how much you can earn. I'm already like more than halfway through it in just a few days. You shouldn't feel forced to buy a battle pass. It should be rewarding. You shouldn't have to grind an insane amount to get it. It should also be fairly priced and of good value. That's the other thing about, like, trying to make fighting games like gotchas. There's another thing about fighting games, that they keep trying to make it like gotchas, but like the main thing is that the game has to be, it has to be competitive focused, right? You can't sell something that makes you do like 30% more damage. So that makes it harder to get people to spend money as well, but I think if you have enough content and modes coming at a regular basis, people will look past it. Street Fighter 6 has definitely failed in that regard. Only 4 characters a year, and that's like the only worthwhile content that comes to the game. Everything else is avatar costumes. And that's why people get so burnt out. People will grind out battle passes if it's worth it, right? And if there's relevant actual content coming to the game regularly. If it's not, then they won't stick around. That's what's happening to Tekken and SF6 right now. You know, I do the PGR Battle Pass because I play the game every day, and it only takes a few minutes. And even with the synchronization patch, I've been able to get everything just fine. I'll have to spend a little bit more money, but I don't mind. I enjoy the game. The Battle Pass is of a good value. Yeah, they have some of the limits and stuff, but the fact that it doesn't take more than a few minutes a day is what makes it work. Some of these battle passes are like, you gotta play so long, diligently, like every day, and if you miss a day, you're screwed. It's basically like blackmail. You have to be on this game every day and play it diligently, otherwise you don't get your money back. I seriously doubt GTA 6 will be $100. Where did that come from? Who started that rumor? Because you know they're going to have a GTA Online 2. They're going to make an online for that. And that's going to print money. I would just hope that this time they actually update the single players. That's what people don't like about GTA 5, right? Is they promised single player DLC and then the online mode made billions of dollars, so they stopped doing anything with the single player. And like, I get it, people just want to go on the game and play it, and not feel like they need to add another second job simulator to their schedule. But that's exactly what happened with GTA 5. I remember people being upset that they quietly canceled the DLC. It's like, well, they can add a new car to Grand Theft Auto Online and make millions. And then, like, if they make DLC for the single player, it costs way more. They only get the money once. And, you know, people don't come back and play it again. That's how gacha games are as well. I remember I was in the DMC Peak of Combat Discord, and people were like, we need more story. I'm like, they're actually doing the right thing, not giving you more story, because making the story is insanely expensive, and they don't make much money off it. In fact, they lose money because it gives you currency, and you only play it once. It's not repeatable. That's the difference. They don't make any money off that. It's cool to have it the first time, but it's a waste of resources. It's like a 30-minute extended I have in here. Yeah, it is. Let's play something else. Oh, good. Good track right here. GTA 6 will not be $100. They know they could do it, but they won't. They want it to be easy to get into the free part of it, the online, which is where they're going to make tons of money. The game will make its money back in probably like a week. Whatever crazy amount they're spending on that, they're going to make all of it back. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. They can add a new card to GTA Online and make all that money back instantly. And that's why they didn't do DLC for GTA 5 single player. Because they understood what a lot of gacha games don't understand. Like, dude, they don't need to add more story. I understand why people want it. I understand why people want it, but it just doesn't make sense. KOF All-Star did the same thing. They, like, didn't add story for, like, 2 years or something. People are like, you want more story? It's like, well, the story is... I mean, in that game it didn't cost much, but you can see why they didn't do it. Because it gave you a lot of pulling currency. And you only played it once. There was never any reason to play it again. And they could just make a new character and make way more money. People will actually spend on it. Turn it up a little bit. Low. But yeah, that's basically what's killing fighting games right now is they want gacha money, but they don't update anywhere nearly as frequently and with content that people actually care about. That's what's killing fighting games right now. I get that it takes a long time to make a character, but the thing about Street Fighter V is I think they had like 5 or 6 characters a season, and they've gone down to 4. So basically, there's actual relevant content every 3 months, which is about double what it is for a gacha, with the same level of monetization as SF6. It's like 30, 40, 50 days for a major update. I had a feeling that that was going to happen to fighting games eventually. It's sad to see, but at the same time, you can't really feel too bad for them because they don't understand why those games make so much money. You can't just have FOMO and all this stuff they want you to pay for, and then like not have any actual content. That misses the point. You know, I spend on PGR because every month there's tons of new content, and they update regularly and they add good stuff to it. That's worth my money, especially because time-wise, I'm only on it max like 20-30 minutes a day, maybe close to an hour if I do a roguelike run, but that's just for fun. It's not needed for mandatory progression. I will say the character models in SF6 are really good. That's probably why it takes them so long to make them, but I feel like they should step up production or something. Yeah, they will not make GTA 6 $100. I'd be shocked if they did. Be genuinely shocked. That's just greed right there. Like, yeah, that game is probably the most expensive video game ever made, but it's gonna make all that money back. They do not need to do that. $70 is already pushing it for a lot of games these days. You can get an indie game for like $10, like BlazBlue Entropy Effect. I've played that game for 80 plus hours. I've gotten RPG length out of that game for like $20. The $70 is already a hard sell if you have a pretty big horizons with the kinds of games you'll play. If you don't only play like AAA masterpieces like Cyberpunk, $70 is already cutting it. It's already cutting it really close. And then having it be 100 is just pure greed. They would not need to do that for that game to make money.
Help! I beg you!
The new standard of $70 would be more than enough. Cross Tekken, problem with Cross Tekken was having the DLC characters on the disc, and then having the gems completely ruin the balance. Also, that game was inundated with timeouts at the beginning. You watched the tournaments for that game, and they would go into timeout constantly. That's why people called it Street Fighter Cross Timeout. And then they had those gems and stuff that you could buy that let you, like, auto-guard. Well, see, that's also the problem with monetizing fighting games, is that stuff like that did not work. People were smart enough to not fall for it. So all you can really monetize is costumes. You can't sell power in any way, otherwise the game is a joke in terms of competitive play. No one will play it. Like I said, the problem goes back to just not updating is the problem. The Call of Duty and stuff, you know, they don't sell, as far as I know, they don't sell like guns that make you stronger or anything. It's mostly just costumes and skins and stuff. But they update way more often. It's such an easy thing to fix, I think, is just like update the game more often. Oh man, banger right here, Crossing Rage. Yeah, Snoop Dogg really worked hard on that one, didn't he? They fade him, run it, homie, knock him down, and he just repeats that for like 6 minutes. That's the zenith of music right there. Why do they still make music? That's the greatest song of all time. If you were a master of his craft. It was so funny to see him in the background. In like the most repetitive rap song ever made. Most rap is already pretty mind-numbing, but that takes the cake right there.
Come, what have you brought?
mean, the thing about Tekken Tag 2 is it came out, like, right when the PS3 was on its way out. The PS3 was already fighting a pretty big uphill battle against the 360, but then they did a port to Wii U instead of the PS4. I mean, do you expect it to do well if you know, don't put it on PS4? I don't know if people know that. Tekken Tag 2 did get an upgraded port, but to the Wii U. It was a launch title. Nobody bought it. That should have been on PS4. It had like 6 more characters or something. But it was stuck on a platform with no backwards compatibility, so it really expected to do well at that point. Plus, Tekken has always historically been mostly a PlayStation franchise, so... Like, the PS3 had a lot of really great fighting games, and the online was free. The online on PlayStation was free. That was already better than Xbox. The problem was that when they went to the 4, there was no backwards compatibility at all. So all those games pretty much died off. Also, the PS3 was a nightmare to capture. That was the other thing, compared to the Xbox. I know this because I'm a content creator, but you had to have capture cards that stripped HDCP, so... That's one of the many reasons why Marvel 3 was, like, exclusively played on 360. It was, like, the most popular game, that and Street Fighter, but it was so much more difficult to capture. So you can imagine how much that would kill all those PS3 exclusive fighting games when the PS4 comes out and doesn't have any backwards compatibility of any sort. Like, yeah, the online was free, but for like tournaments and just even like stuff like what I do, just making stuff from home without like high production values, it was a pain. I had to have a special capture card and a splitter that stripped HDCP. So all those Basara videos and stuff that I did, one of the reasons those did well is exactly what I just mentioned. The game was not on Xbox. Xbox was so much easier to capture. It had to be somebody interested in a niche game like that, and then also they had to have niche equipment to even record it. That's how fighting games in PS3 work. It was the main problem. Tag 2 actually looked pretty fun. I might play it someday. Just casually. But I don't know why Tekken 8 doesn't have like a tag mode. Seems like something they should do. Like, in general, that's why you saw a lot less content creators doing PS3 stuff. You had to do a lot of extra steps. Because the PS3 had, like, hardware-level HDCP that you could not turn off. They did that so people couldn't pirate movies, but for capturing games and stuff, you had to find ways to circumvent the HDCP. So you can imagine why, you know, people doing tournaments and stuff didn't want to do PS3 versions of games if they could avoid it. It was a lot of extra work, more equipment that can also fail. Although I do credit that reality to being why those Basara videos did so well. There's like no competition. People weren't really making guides for the game, and then also I had to go out of my way to record that game because it was PS3 exclusive. PS4 was definitely a pretty big upgrade, but personally I felt like it wasn't enough of an upgrade. Too many games were still like 30 FPS, they were below 1080p, like dynamic resolution scaling and stuff. It felt like a side grade. PS4 also had, like, no actual games at launch. It was all remasters. Even as a content creator, I didn't get a PS4 until 2016. That's when it actually had games worth playing. Everything else was still coming out on PS3 or got a PC port. Now the PS5's been out for almost half a decade now, and it barely has anything. Because AAA games are so insanely expensive to make now, there's like way less of them than there used to be. And the development cycles for them has gotten out of control to the point where there's only a couple AAA games a year. It's definitely getting to the point where if you're kind of person that only likes AAA games, you probably need some other kind of hobby. They come out so much less frequently than before. You know, they did like 4 Ratchet and Clank games on the PS2. They did 3 Final Fantasy games, mainline Final Fantasies on PS1. 3 mainline Final Fantasies on PS2 as well. And then now you get one like every 5 years. Also did 3 Devil May Cry games on one console. And then there was only one per generation. I guess if you count the reboot, there was 2. There's 2 in the first HD generation, but still. I definitely miss when they were like more, not complete like indie, zero budget stuffs, but like smaller games on like the PS2, and you know they would come out pretty regularly. Now like AAA stuff is basically non-existent. They've made one Mario Kart in the past decade. Rockstar has put out like 2 games in the past 12 years. PS2 had so many action games like that. That's pretty much the best action game console of all time, was the PS2. PS3 is up there as well, just because it has the Basara games. They used to come out way more frequently. You only needed like 50 people to make them, not 400 now. They didn't have to sell like 20 million copies to break even. I feel like AAA is dying at an alarming rate, to the point where people want to stay in the hobby, they're going to have to learn how to play smaller games. Either that or play gachas, but that comes with its own problems, of course. You know, the days of having big AAA releases and franchises every year or two is pretty much gone now. Tales, even Tales used to be annual series, used to be an annual franchise, like Call of Duty, but it's been, how many installments have there been in the past, like new games in the past 10 years? Like 4. Zestiria, Berseria, Arise, and then Innocents Are. Actually, that's not even in the last decade. That was a 2013 game. We've had 3 installments in a decade.
What have you brought?
It's one shot. Got the game genies on. Hey, I welcome it. Haven't had the best luck in this game. Pretty much never have. Yep. Thank you for your service. Beautiful. Drop something, please. Or the torment will continue. Drop something. It's not working. up, Alvy? Hello. lot of nothing. RNG in video games has been not great for me lately. Just a bunch of junk. Double kill. Rip.
It shows violence. Me too.
Alright, might be time to switch games. Didn't really get much of anything today. Mostly junk and almost completely junk. And progression blockers. I'm definitely feeling like if this stream is going to continue, it's going to have to not be this game. This game's fun to play casually, but I just feel like it has too many stupid design decisions. Trash drop shouldn't be the hardest thing to get. This doesn't make any sense. If I can't find a party, I think I'm gonna call it. I streamed a decent amount today. I can't join this way. This one's full. It's all messed up. What's going on? Timed out? Why? Still can't craft this damn thing. I think I'll make a Hail Mary to get somebody to sell this to me, otherwise I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Doesn't seem like people like watching this game, which I totally understand. I totally get it. It's nice and relaxing to play, but not much going on. Definitely not my favorite kind of action RPG. I like, you know, Neo and stuff a lot more than this. I wish there was a Neo service game. I'd play that forever, man. I would put an unhealthy amount of time into a game like that. Sadly, that does not exist. You need Neo Online.
Come, what have you brought?
Be the #1 spender, even though I'm poor. Well, this is looking like the end of the stream. Everybody's asking for these. This is the exact problem with this game. It's like the most random crap drop that you know, they don't want you to get easily for some reason. Weird flex. Don't have anything that gives the materials. Since this game doesn't have a freaking auction house. Must be like a swear word at the Blizzard headquarters. You can't say the word auction house, you get fired. This game really needs it. It would make stuff like this a lot less annoying to the point where you don't want to play it anymore.
A good business and fortune to you.
Alright, I'm gonna make another couple attempts to get a party, otherwise I think I'm gonna switch games or stop for tonight. These people let me leech? No? That's it. Master Blizzard game designers want to make it difficult to get junk, and somehow you need it to get stronger. Instead of have, like, something more difficult to get and have it actually make sense. It's like, no, I need those fragments. But it's such a pain to get a party. Like, why don't you just let me buy them? Or have an auction house in the game? I guess that would make too much sense for the small indie company. I'm gonna finish my Blaze Blue run and call it a night. Maybe come back later. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna have to connect to a server or talk to anybody to play that game. That's exactly the vibe I've got right now. Got to get my cloud save off my my deck. Hold on. They found like everything for Dynasty Warriors Origins except attack speed. That's like the main thing I want to keep playing that game, and I guess they just can't find it. Oh.
Welcome to the Ace Mind training system.
Yeah, I was getting tired of Diablo. Some people say you should stick with one game until you finish it. I personally do not believe in that. Especially when you play like service games and stuff. You know, sometimes I just like having a variety of games to play. The Diablo season's pretty good, but the gimmick is really boring and it's too random. I shouldn't have like not seen the new altars or whatever after playing for like 25 hours. I think that's really dumb. Small indie company once again. I usually do a Diablo season hardcore, like first couple days, and then I don't play it anymore.
帰るブレーシャー。逃がすものか。この技で終わらせてやる。逃がすものか。どこを見てるの。サンダーピラー、奴を潰せ。出力制限解除。サンダーブレードチャージ完了。雷鳴とともに落ちろ。灰になる。まだついてこられるから。この技で終わらせてやる。逃がすものか。遅い。あのドアを開けてはいけない。
Only have 3 minutes. Only have 3 minutes. Took too much time with that challenge effect. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end this run. End it. There's not enough time. Oh, I have 9 minutes. Never mind. All right, we can make a good. Let's make a good Evo type. Let's make a good Evo type here. Gotta be quick though. They could have this game at Evo. Combo contest. Could totally have this game at Evo. This game just feels so good to control. This is like the best action roguelike ever made. It's definitely not Dead Cells. Although, this game did have a Dead Cells final level. This level I was doing right now was completely different before. And it was way worse, because it was basically Dead Cells without the variety. But you're like also on a timer, so sometimes the game would screw you over. much better now that it's just kind of little arcadey rooms to go through. Music is really good too. Everything in this game is top notch. It's like the new action roguelike standard is this game. If it doesn't even come close to this game, I probably won't play it. Give me another potential. Fight the hentai monster. This game has a hentai monster boss. Gotta cover all the bases, right? You got the waifus and you got the hentai monster here. Let's go ahead and end it. Son of a gun.
ってやる。せいぜい逃げろ。本気を見せてやる。
GG's. I like how fast the runs are, too. Always like no more than 30 minutes. Actual arcade-length roguelike. It's like 30, 40 minutes tops. Even the hardest difficulty's like barely an hour. Really good paced game. I'm glad that they got rid of the Dead Cells level. It was definitely the worst thing about this game. It's like just a straight linear, you know, action game with roguelike stuff, and then you got to this roguelike part, Dead Cells part. I think the problem is it didn't look interesting either. It was like the same tile set, and it kind of went against, you know, the time system. This game has like an arcade-style time system, so you can't just, you know, farm forever. But then on the Dead Cells level, a lot of times you get screwed over by RNG. The boss, you know, you couldn't find the boss, and you could fight the other bosses to get the potentials, but if you got screwed over by the level layout, you couldn't do that. Really sucked. I'm glad that they found a balance. Look at these combos people are doing. Just look at how peak this game is. The best roguelike right here. Nothing else comes close. Oh, shit. Wow. That looked choreographed. The game also definitely got a lot better when they added the stun system so that you could combo bosses. Kind of felt like all this stuff was pointless before, but now you can pretty much combo bosses whenever you want, as long as they get stunned. Let's try Let's try that icy I just made. This one, I think. Yeah.
艾希来到了新的战场，但愿他记得他原本的使命。艾希迅速解决了眼前的敌人，他或许已经危险的气息愈发猛烈，强大的敌人正在逼近。
名誉、慈悲、勇気、現状、眠りなさい。リシリアスだな。名誉、慈悲、勇気、現状、眠りなさい。リシリアスだな。目を消し、愛の大変さ。今こそ使命を果たすのだ。完了。
艾希迅速解决了眼前的敌人，他或危险的气息愈发猛烈，强大的敌人正在逼近。看上去已经没有任何的敌人能够阻拦艾希的进度逐渐向前。这次又是什么样的敌人将会现身？ 简单的战斗告一段落，艾希即将面对更危险的气息愈发浓烈，强大的敌人正在逼近。战斗相比，这里的强度并不会对艾希的进度逐渐向前。这次又是什么样的敌人将会现身？
名誉、慈悲、勇気、現状、眠りなさい。名誉、慈悲、勇気、現状、眠りなさい。石村さんが希望の名の下に裁きが下る。
与往日的战斗相比，这里的强度并不会对艾希造成艾希的进度逐渐向前。这次又是什么样的敌人将会现身？
名誉、慈悲、勇気、現状、眠りなさい。名誉、慈悲、勇気、現状、眠りなさい。
便是这样的强敌，也无法阻挡艾希。陌生的敌人即将到来，艾希需要做好准备。看上去已经没有任何的敌人能够阻拦艾希的脚步，危险的气息愈发浓烈，强大的敌人正在逼近。看上去已经没有任何的敌人能艾希一路披荆斩棘，接下来又是谁会来应战？
うるさいやつ、その口を封じてなさい。大変逃がすものか。まだついてこられるかね。 逃がすものか。灰になる。名誉、慈悲、逃がすものか。現状。眠りなさい。この技で終わらせては。夢の結晶、愛のテレサ。なおこそ数年を渡すとき。灰になる。心の下に裁きが下る。灰になる。逃がすものか。
Why is my button not working? What the hell?
灰になる。
This mode should be shorter because just keep fighting the same bosses over
ま
and
だつ
over.
いてこられるか。
Should have ended already.
逃がすもの。
Too long.
逃がすもの。
Fought the same boss like 6 times already. Can I fight something else?
正義。灰になる。
You don't have enough bosses to like fill up the whole mode to make it
終
shorter.
わらせてよ。
That's why I don't like this mode. It's too long.
遅い。
It's exhausting. 'It's cool that they have this, but
逃がすものか。
it's just like the game doesn't have enough bosses to fill it up. The only thing that changes is what bosses you fight. Combinations of them does admittedly make it somewhat different,
終わら
but
せてよ。
I don't know. Doesn't really play to the game's strengths.
逃がすものか。灰になる。サンダーパワー。砕け散るがいい。
Oh, she's almost dead.
出力制限解除。サンダードライバーロール完了。
We need to go. Alright.
「雷鳴とともに落ちろ」まだついてこられるか。この技で終わらせてやる。逃がすものか。灰になる。逃がすものか。灰になる。まだついてこられるか。どこを見てるの。封印が。
No more, please. End. Oh, I just barely did it. That was tough. That was tough. There we go. Yeah, they just don't have enough bosses for this. This mode would be more interesting if they had like 5 more bosses. It kind of feels like just games that don't have enemy variety. You know, you just keep fighting them over and over. Kind of feels like a gacha game at the beginning of service. Oh, yeah, I got the clear. That's 2 clears I got now. So I cleared Icy, I cleared Tau. Yeah, that was pretty exhausting. I definitely feel like they should make that mode a little bit shorter. But I guess what makes it work is the fact that you can go in there with like invincible characters and stuff. I guess that's kind of what makes it work, but 20 minutes of those boss fights really starts to wear on you after a while. But, that's my second clear. Oh, got a good 80-something hours on this game. It's hard to enjoy other roguelikes. This one is just the best one out there. Triple S tier. Don't know how high this goes. You only get like 2% each time. Oh, it's maxed. There we go. There's the max. Alright, well, I guess I'll max out some of these. Maxed out the health bar. They added a bunch more levels to it a couple updates ago. Alright, that's a good one to have. Probably have enough crystals to max out this whole thing. Probably just need like 30 more full playthroughs. Have everything maxed out. Alright, well, I think that's gonna do it for tonight, folks. If I manage to get a party on Diablo, I'll come back, but seems like people are already done with the season. That's how that game works. I think the seasons in that game are way too long, personally. 3 months is way too much. Even if you play every character and you only play a couple hours a day, you'd be done in the first month. It's like, I wonder what the player counts are like on that game. It's like there's probably like a big spike when the season starts, and then after like, I'd say 2 weeks, there's probably barely anyone on. But hey, we were talking about not updating quick earlier. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break, maybe eat, drink, take my meds, see if I feel like coming back. If I do come back, it'll be either Diablo or Tales. There's nothing to really do on the gacha games right now because it's the end of the week. So, I guess I'll just take a break. I'll probably play some Diablo off stream, and if I manage to get a party or some actual progress, I'll come back. So yeah, no promises. I'll see you guys later. Good night, everybody.